Hi Year 4! Today we're going to carry on being scientists and we're going to use some of our knowledge from yesterday to compare and contrast reptiles and amphibians. People often get the two categories mixed up, so we're going to demonstrate our knowledge showing how they are similar but also how they are different. For this you might need a pen to jot some ideas down. You might want to pause the video here while you go and grab a pen to help with your work. Ready to get going? So here I've got my notes from the last couple of days. I have written down the characteristics of reptiles and the characteristics of amphibians. Remember, characteristics means things that make them what they are. They have some things that are similar. They're both vertebrates, they're both cold-blooded, they both lay eggs. However, they are also different. I've started off here with a kernel sentence. Reptiles lay eggs. I now want to use my conjunctions to show how reptiles laying eggs is different from the way amphibians lay eggs. Here, I've used my kernel sentence, which is in blue. I've added extra information, shown in black, and my conjunction in red. Reptiles lay eggs on land, full stop, whereas amphibians lay eggs in water. I've used my conjunction to show how the two are different. Here's another example for you. Whereas reptiles lay eggs with a hard shell, amphibians lay eggs in water with a jelly shell. The sentence is in a different order. My conjunction has gone first, whereas reptiles lay eggs with a hard shell. My comma is gone here because that part of the sentence does not make sense by itself. Amphibians lay eggs in water, the jelly shell, does make sense by itself. My conjunction has made that part my subordinating clause in the sentence. Here's another example. Although both amphibians and reptiles lay eggs, reptiles lay eggs with a hard shell and amphibians lay eggs with a soft shell. You can see there are loads of different ways of using this kernel sentence, adding your extra information and using conjunctions to show the difference between the two. Your comma needs to go in between your main and subordinate clause. Your main clause is the clause that makes sense by itself. A subordinate clause does not make sense by itself. You might want to pause the video here while you go back and read through all three sentences to see if you can work out which bits are the main and subordinate clause. Ready to move on? Your task today is to use the kernel sentences. That means they give a small bit of information. Use your knowledge and your notes from earlier in the week along with the conjunctions to create sentences that compare and contrast amphibians and reptiles. As you've just seen, there are quite a few different examples. If you're feeling confident, you can stop the video here and carry on with your task. If you're not feeling confident, let's do some more together. Let's have a go with another kernel sentence. Amphibians have smooth skin. I can see from my notes that whilst amphibians have smooth skin, reptiles have scaly skin. Can you have a go at linking these two sentences using a contrasting conjunction? There are more than the ones on the list in the corner. I just use the word whilst. You might want to pause the video here while you have a go on your paper. What did you come up with? Here's one that I thought of. Amphibians have smooth skin, whereas reptiles have scaly skin. I also switched it around. Whereas amphibians have smooth skin, reptiles have scaly skin. Putting my conjunction at the start of the sentence made that my subordinate clause. Whereas amphibians have smooth skin doesn't make sense by itself. That's why the comma goes there. I have now made reptiles have scaly skin my main clause. Let's do one more together. Amphibians can live in water as my kernel sentence here. How about reptiles? Well, I can see that they breathe air exclusively, so they live on land. How can I use my conjunctions to either compare or contrast these two? Pause the video here while you have a go. What did you come up with? I went for amphibians can live in water, however they can also live on land like reptiles. Hopefully you're feeling more confident now. Have a go at using these kernel sentences to create some more information of your own using your notes and the subordinating clauses. Good luck, guys! Don't forget, if you're finding it tricky, that's okay. It just means that your brain is growing. Just give it a go. Speak to you soon.